All right, no endorsement, but the seeds of unification were planted during Donald Trump's meeting with House Speaker Paul Ryan. Trump's position on immigration has put him at odds with a lot of folks in the Republican Party, including one particular voting bloc, Hispanics. Let's talk more about that with former United States Treasurer Rosario Marin, who served under President George W. Bush. Rosario, thank you so much for being with us. I want to talk about Donald Trump, the presumptive nominee, the fact that he is the presumptive nominee. I want to talk about the meetings between Trump and Ryan that took place yesterday. But I want to start with something that just broke this morning. The Washington Post published some recordings in an article which suggests that Donald Trump, over the years, has sort of posed as his own publicist in phone calls with reporters to spin his own accomplishments. And they have recordings of this. So I want you to listen to this.
Hey, Harry, what's your name again? John Miller. And you work with Donald? Yes, that's correct. He's starting to do tremendously well financially. As you saw, he got his licenses 5-0 the other day. And, totally unanimous. And he's really been working hard and doing well.
All right, so we're really hearing this, sort of for the first time right along with you. I guess my first question to you is, does that sound like Donald Trump to you? And if yes, what does it say about a person who would do something like that?
I think it only confirms what we all have seen all along. This is a guy he's so egomaniac. It's all about him. It's just about himself. And I'm not surprised. I mean, this just confirms what we've seen all along.
Does it surprise you that he flat out denies it, despite the fact that there are several people, contemporaneous witnesses to it over the years, who say that, yeah, it happened? Listen to what he said in the Today Show just a short time ago.
The Post also says this is something you did rather routinely, that you would call reporters and plant stories and say either you were John Miller or John Barron, but in fact it was actually you on the phone. Is that something you did with any regularity?
No, and it was not me on the phone. It was not me on the phone. And it doesn't sound like me on the phone, I will tell you that, and it was not me on the phone. And when was this, 25 years ago?
In the early 90s, but
wow,
yeah.
You mean you're going so low as to talk about something that took place 25 years ago about whether or not I made a phone call? I guess you're saying under a presumed name.
Yes, under a presumed name.
Okay, the answer is no.
He denies it, and then he insults the interviewers. Surprised?
Yeah. No, so he's done it all along. That's why he is where he is, because he just uses all of these techniques, that he just denies it. He has denied so many things that we've all seen on TV. Maybe this happened 25 years ago or whenever it was, but we've seen throughout the campaign where he's done things, his campaign has done things, and then he denies it flatly on TV. It's not surprising. It's just confirmation of who he is.
So, Rosario, you're a longtime Republican, an activist, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you were big in Jeb Bush's, run for the White House this time around. You say these things. You say it's not surprising. You say you don't like it. I guess the question now is, what are you going to do about it?
Well, I'm certainly not going to vote for this guy. I mean, this little orange man has done everything to unearn my vote. And I have been a loyal Republican activist. I have been on the trenches. I have done everything to try to get Latinos to vote Republican for the last more than 2 decades. I've been there. And with his comments about Mexicans, about immigrants, he has just, with one stroke, undone my voting for him.
You called him a name there. We couldn't help but notice you called him a name now. I don't know. I haven't known you for a long time. Has he dragged you down to his level with the name calling?
No. I'm just describing what he is. He's a little orange man. That's just the way he is. Everybody knows. When I say that, everybody knows who I'm talking about. I don't say his name. You guys say it all the time. I don't. But everybody understands. When I talk about the little orange man, everybody understands that. He has offended me as a woman by insinuating that if you're menstruating, you can't do your job. He has offended me as Mexican. I was born in Mexico, and to suggest that everybody that comes here is either a rapist or a drug dealer is just very insulting. He has insulted me as the mother of a child with a disability. My son has Down syndrome, and when he made fun of the reporter, that was just the last stroke. This guy has done everything to unearn my vote. I certainly cannot vote for him. I certainly cannot ask anybody to vote for this little orange man.
So you are a lifelong Republican. You are active in the Republican Party. Donald Trump, or whatever name you choose to call him, just went to Washington to meet with party leaders, your party leaders yesterday, including Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan did endorse, but now he says they're totally committed to the same thing. Other leaders down there did endorse. A whole lot of people seem to be coming around to Donald Trump. What's your attitude going to be to these people who are now supportive of Donald Trump, if not directly, at least supportive of his election?
Yeah, you know, they're doing it. They really see that they have no choice because they're the leaders of the party. But I have a choice. I have a choice. And the way that he has talked about immigrants, I am an immigrant. John, I came to this country. This is the greatest country in the world. But when he offends everybody, when he's so nativist about it, he's forgetting the essence of who we are as America. And when he insults immigrants the way he has done, when he insults entire groups of people, that's not, we don't elect, the United States does not elect just the president of the United States. We elect the leader of the world. And he has no business being the leader of the world. He has divided our party, he will divide the nation, and he will divide the world. That is a scary thought. This is the land of opportunity. This is the land of immigrants. And when he has listen, just one thing, one small thing. 12% of our population is made of immigrants right now. 51% of companies in the Silicon Valley were created by immigrants. That includes Google, eBay. The gentleman from Instagram, he came on H-1B visas. But the way this little orange man talks about immigrants, taking away jobs when we are creating jobs, it's just unacceptable.
Rosario Marin, some strong views. Appreciate you coming on New Day this morning. Thanks so much.
Thank you, John.